Good evening. The word of the day is verify. I've shared with you before that my father worked at a farm equipment dealership. Back in the 1950s, the dealership he worked at was a John Deere dealership, and they were known for having two-cylinder tractors. Matter of fact, they didn't build anything but two-cylinder tractors until 1960. But one of the things that their competitors often talked about was, with having only two cylinders, if you fouled out a spark plug, they said those John Deeres would never make it back home if you were out in the field. You'd have to walk home to get the stuff to fix it. They were demonstrating in the field one day against a four-cylinder tractor, and the man who was selling the four-cylinder tractor was making a big point out of telling everybody how if that John Deere just fouls out one plug, it'll never make it back home. It just won't do it. You'll have to walk back home to get the stuff to fix it. Well, there was an older gentleman who worked at this same dealership my dad did. They said the man couldn't read or write, but said he was the best mechanic he had ever seen for somebody that could just figure things out. And said he finally went over to this guy and said, I tell you what, let's do. Said, you take the number one cylinder wire, spark plug wire off the John Deere, and said, I'll take the number one spark plug wire off your tractor. We're not going to raise the plow. We're not going to change the gear. We're going to see which one makes another round and see how it works. They pulled the tractors back around there and stopped them. They took the number one spark plug wires off the tractors. The competitor's tractor never moved. Every time they'd let the clutch out, it would bog down, choke out, and die. The two-cylinder John Deere, however, made a whole round pulling the plow the same depth it was. It was skipping and popping, but it made it, proving that if you fouled out a plug on the John Deere, you could make it back home. The gentleman who was selling the competing tractor didn't verify his information, didn't have any idea what he was saying was right or wrong. He was just making a claim because he had heard others make that claim. Folks, there's a lot of people out there making claims right now. I suggest that when you hear all these people making claims about the COVID-19 virus and that sort of thing, that you make sure you're getting accurate and verifiable information. Make sure you're verifying this stuff before you believe it. I think we do have a problem, and we need to be careful, and we need to follow the guidelines set forth. But don't believe everything you hear, because it's not all true. Have a great day.